It's quite beautiful, isn't it? Last year, my husband and I were deciding what to do for my birthday. And on a whim, we said, let's go to Vietnam. And I'm glad we did. But wait a minute, how did we get here?
Hey guys, bolo bolo. Hey guys,
I can't.
please can't. Okay, Sin Chao. We are in Vietnam as usual. Simran is always interested in the historical part of the city.
Which is true. Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City as we know it. Saigon is a city steeped in history. Vietnam has endured so much, from French colonization to Japanese occupation and finally the Vietnam War. The museums are filled with stories of pain, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of its people. The French influence is evident throughout the city. Its architecture, its color palette, and the way history lingers in the details. Take this cathedral for example. Towering, majestic, a quiet reminder of Saigon's colonial past. And then, right next to it, stands this beautiful structure, a sentinel of time. You know what it is? A post office. But not just any post office. This is the grand Saigon Central Post Office, which feels more like a European train station than a place to send letters.
This is all made out of paper. Extreme creativity, thanks to Vietnam.
I couldn't believe my eyes. It reminded me of Victoria Terminus in Mumbai, both products of the Victorian era, built with almost theatrical sense of grandeur. These weren't just buildings, they were statements meant to last, meant to impress. Inside, we watched people writing postcards, some to their families, some to themselves, knowing full well they'd return home before the postcard did. But maybe, in the end, it's not about the delivery. It's about the experience, the feeling of putting pen to paper, sending a piece of yourself across time and distance. As for us, we left with more than just memories. We ended up buying quite a few fans and some trinkets.
Okay, so we just tried this local ice cream. This was for 20,000 dong. Dong is such a funny name of currency. Every time I speak, I just cannot resist laughing. We have decided to do the most touristy thing. Um, we have to get on to this bus, which will take us around the city. The whole Ho Chi Minh City will be covered in 1 hour. The cost is around 20,000 dong. which completely comes around $12. Not too bad. All right, the next few clips are going to be about city travel via V8. Let's go. And now she's also topping up her sunscreen. Please, मेरे को भी थोड़ा लगा दो.
I gotta love, love. I gotta love, love. I gotta love, love. I gotta love.
As we travelled, the city unfolded slowly before us. We took this bus ride to get an overview of Saigon. Walking everywhere sounded great, but not always practical. I'm glad we took this bus. It helped us decide which places to revisit up close, and it was a great way to cover the major sites while soaking in the vibe. Saigon is a city that beautifully balances its ancient structures with modern developments. Towering buildings and endless shopping complexes, many filled with high-end luxury brands. The bus tour came with guided narration, pointing out all the major landmarks. The building on the left right now is the City Hall. Then there were museums, the Grand Opera House, War Memorial, and many more. But honestly, the most favorite part was the greenery. The lush vegetation scattered across the city felt like a breath of fresh air, something I miss in India. Shashank described it as a hyper-clean, well-planned, developed version of Bangalore. After stepping down from the bus and walked for a little, we discovered Ho Chi Minh's best-kept secret.
She is, and she's again doing the very same thing that I did. Being amazed by this bonsai. Should we go in? There's a big bookstore alley. Oh, it is actually Ho Chi Minh City Book Street. Damn.
Cute stationery products, light music, cozy coffee shops, and books everywhere. It was a haven for book lovers. A street where stories aren't just read, they linger in the air, carried by the rustling pages and whispered conversations. People were getting their portraits made, sitting in quaint cafes or relaxing on benches with a good read. And there were many creative workshops to embrace too. It was a beautiful blend of creativity and calm. My favorite part of the entire city was Book Street.
This is how I look. I am really for a real. I'm not just a voice behind the video. This is my wife, Simran Singh Rajput. My name is Shashank Gupta. I did not take her after name. Neither did she. We both are.
Rajput.
I am Shashank Gupta. So we both are actually traveling to the street of Ho Chi Minh. which was apparently capital city of this country, but she just corrected me, geographically corrected me. Hanoi is the capital city of this country. Out of this book street, trust me, if you are in Vietnam, go here. Buildings gives a lot of Goa vibes. Kyun Simran? This is kind of giving a little bit of Goa vibes with the color of the building. A lot of because of the French connection. See, she knows history, she knows geography. I just know her. Amazing.
And after the flattering, we were walking in search of lunch, and out of nowhere, it started pouring. We found a cozy spot for lunch, enjoying the view of the city streets and the rain, and had our first banh mi. It's a French-inspired Vietnamese sandwich. There's something magical about watching a city come alive under a downpour. It's like the perfect moment to pause and absorb it all.
So where are we headed? Chinatown in Vietnam.
As we wandered through Chinatown, I pointed something out to Shashank. Every single vendor here has a small temple tucked into their shop, a quiet yet constant presence amid the bustle. And if I'm not wrong, they offer prayers and incense to their ancestors every single day. A daily ritual, a gesture of respect, woven so naturally into their lives. It's something I find deeply beautiful. Her remembrance isn't reserved for special occasions, but is a part of everyday existence. While it wasn't as extravagant as the one in Bangkok, it had its own charm. One thing I'm taking with me, Vietnam equals to beautiful, beautiful lanterns. With the rains and timing, meant some places were shut, but it was still a fun experience to explore its bustling streets. By the time we were returning, sun has already set. We had planned for a cruise ride, but instead, after a quick shower, ended up walking around again. And I'm so glad we did. So this is the Opera Circle, and the building on the right is the Opera House. Saigon at night is electric. Music spills out of shops, filling the streets with an unshakable rhythm. We stumbled upon the iconic apartment cafe, its stacked balconies glowing like a constellation. And just around the corner, we got a stage rehearsal. One we wouldn't get to see live, but for the brief moment, we were part of it. During the day, these cafes were cozy spots for coffee and quiet conversations. But by the night, they transformed, turning into lively bars, buzzing with laughter and clinking glasses. And then there was the fun. Light, fragrant, comforting. The kind of meal that stays with you long after the last bite. After dinner, we made our way to the walking street, alive with music, street performers, and an infectious energy. It was vibrant, chaotic, and so much fun. We ended the night dancing, not to any particular song, but to the pulse of the city itself. The kind of night that doesn't need a playlist, just good company and the rhythm of Saigon all around us. Saigon isn't just a place, it's a pulse, a rhythm, one that lingers long after you have left.